Here we have a 2008 on an 08 registration Scania K340EB Irizar Century 49 seat executive coach. Vehicle is operated out in Ayrshire by Craig Billam. Craig's taken the decision to go back to just running little buses. Doesn't seem to be the work for him these days for the big ones, so I think this is the last of his big ones. It's in reasonably good condition for a 13-year-old Irizar. Wheel trim's fitted, as you can see. I'll just pick up on a few bits and bobs as I go along. Just above the indicator there, you'll see a little bit of bubbling just at the bottom of the panel. We've got a power operated centre continental door. The other thing I've noticed is that the wheel arch just doesn't sit quite right. As we come around to the business end, Euro 4 Scania engine, no AdBlue. That's driven through ZF's fully automatic gearbox. Reverse cameras fitted. Down the near side is the worst of the damage. The little locker just above, but before the main locker, that's actually due to go in next week to be repaired. Interesting story behind that. Craig found out that one of his drivers was taking 25-gallon drums down to the local, or 25-litre drums down to the local fuel station and filling them up on his fuel card. And the guys filled the drums up, put them in the side locker, then drove off with the locker open and mangled it. So, serves him right. Not Craig, the driver. Driver no longer works for the company, as you can imagine. But that's being fixed next week. Power operated lockers. Reasonable luggage space. I've always found, in my experience, and I'm going back to the first Irizar I ever had allocated to me, was a 1998. Luggage just about manages. I mean, we used to go down on 2-week tours to Sorrento with full loads, and it was like doing the Krypton factor. We got it in, but we had to think about it. As we jump on board, we're going to turn the wobbling centre door off. 49 Esteban recliners with 3-point seat belts, leather headrest inserts and piping. And do you know what? I really like this trim. The leather's showing signs of age, you know, because it is original trim, but there's nothing wrong with the seats, and I just think it's quite a... Whilst it's got a pattern in, it's more shadowy, it's not like a big in-your-face pattern, and I just think it's a nice neutral grey. I think as I get older, my attitude towards seats, maquettes, is changing. I had to have everything purple when I was operating. I wouldn't do it now, but I think, you know, you learn as you go. There's doors to the hat racks. There's a carpet to the aisle. We have centre sunken toilet unit with hot drinks facility on top. We are wired for DVD with 2 monitors. And the best way to describe this, it's a good, honest vehicle. You know, we're not trying to hide anything. You know, it's not perfect, but the little bits that it's got are either being repaired or aren't the end of the world. Fully air conditioned. Hisper-cold system on Irizars. Dashboard is all in good order. Everything to the right. The big seller for me, this vehicle's done 520,000 kilometres from new. It's extremely low mileage. Fridge in the dash, crew seat. There's a safe under the driver's seat. But as I said, good honest vehicle, very low mileage, will still do a very good job for somebody. And do you know the thing with the Irizars, from not so much the first centuries, but when they sort of had the facelift with a smiley front in the late 90s, right through to today's i6s and i8s, you pull up in one of these, they've got curb appeal, they turn heads, you know, they just have a bit more of a wow factor, even even as you know they get on in life. So to recap, as I said, good, honest, low mileage vehicle, way above average condition but not perfect. It's a 2008 on an 08 Scania K340 Irizar Century 49 seat executive coach.